Again. So it's been another weekend of Premier League football, action-packed as ever, and all North West teams have been involved in the thick of it. Particularly Everton, under their new manager Sean Dyche, formerly of Burnley, getting off to winning ways with a 1-0 victory at home at Goodison Park against table-topping Arsenal. Ironically, two players who Sean Dyche used to manage were involved in the thick of that goal, with Dwight McNeil, who's been up and down this season, as most Everton fans would let you know, crossing the ball in for James Tarkowski, who was a stalwart at the back for Burnley under Sean Dyche for many years. The result doesn't take Everton outside of the bottom three, but it does have them in 18th position, and it gives their new push for survival a little bit of resurgence, because it was going a little bit flat, admittedly, under Frank Lampard towards the end of his time at the club. Elsewhere, Manchester City, who saw that result, probably had licking their lips, thinking, well, we've just beaten Tottenham 4-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, so we'll just do the same thing again and close that gap at the top to Arsenal, but they couldn't do it. They lost 1-0 to Tottenham, courtesy of a Harry Kane goal, 267th of his career, which is quite a remarkable feat, to which he was applauded by pretty much everyone, really. What a remarkable thing for the England international to do in terms of a goal-scoring return. But it leaves Manchester City a little bit all over the place. They are second in the league, but João Cancelo unexpectedly going to Bayern Munich at the end of the transfer window, Kevin De Bruyne is surprisingly on the bench, and rumours of a bit of animosity and toxicity developing behind the scenes at the football club. Pep Guardiola is going to have a bit to answer, but they aren't the only big club where there's a few things not quite right, and a few shakes around, because Liverpool, incredibly under Jurgen Klopp, who's had such a wonderful time at the club, are now in 10th position, losing 3-0 to Wolves, 2-0 down after 12 minutes, courtesy of a Matipone goal and a Craig Dawson finish. Ruben Neves added to the scoreline by making it 3-0 in the second half. And really, people are saying, is this a repeat of what happened at Borussia Dortmund with Jurgen Klopp in his full season at the club? Things are not looking too good for them. But on a lighter note, for our North West clubs, Manchester United doing really well to secure a victory over Crystal Palace, despite going down to 10 men towards the end, as Casemiro got a bit handsy with one of the players. But an early goal from Bruno Fernandes from the penalty spot, followed up by a Marcus Rashford second, was enough to get them over the line. Jeffrey Schlupp did score towards the end to make it a little bit nervy alongside that red card, but they have kept themselves involved in the title race, albeit as maybe perhaps a little bit of an underdog. And just as a quick shout out, I know this was a Premier League sort of special, however, one team in the North West that are doing very well and might be making an instant return to the top flight are Vincent Kompany's Burnley, winning 3-0 at the weekend. What a tremendous season they're having. Back to you in the studio.